Okay, so let's get going. You guys doing okay? Keep yourselves muted. If you have a question, unmute yourself, stop me, and we can start. Give me a sec. Okay, let's go. Let's go straight over to the upcoming week, and I'm going to show you how you guys can prepare for this as well. First things first, Monday is kicking off as a dead day. Meaning that major exchanges aside from Frankfurt is closed. You can expect spreads to be higher. You can expect movement to be low. But in this business, we are taught one thing: expect the unexpected and be prepared for it. So I will check the markets tomorrow. I don't expect to open any positions, but since we're reactive or proactive, better said, we'll see what the markets bring us. The official week when everything starts actually working normally is Tuesday. Now, Tuesday is a big day. So we're going to go over some fundamental education and preparation so you guys can be fully primed and ready to go. Number one, OPEC. Oil has ended. If you guys check this, and if you go to fundamentals, I really hope that people are checking this and thinking, why is he releasing this? Tesla is a major company within the NASDAQ. Okay, COVID is a major market theme, but let's go over this quickly. So here, where I talk about the CAD, blah, 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 we end with, aside from monetary policy, the Canadian dollar found support in commodities. The Canadian dollar is a petrol currency. I am not going to do a quiz on this, but does anybody know the 4 petrol currencies out there? If you do, unmute yourself now. 3, 2, 1, no. The 4 petrol currencies are Canadian dollar, Norwegian krone, NOK, Russian ruble, and the 4th one, most people don't know this, the Mexican peso. So those are the 4 petrol currencies. They're supported by oil. So crude oil prices having their best 12-month run since 2009. Big one. OPEC, big deal. This OPEC meeting, a huge deal. It's happening Tuesday. Markets are going to be moving based on the rumor, then they're going to move based on the fact. There are specific scenarios in the market where you can be buying the rumor, selling the fact, selling the rumor, buying the fact, or buying the rumor, buying the fact. It's basically a news preparation trade, and it comes down to sentimentals. If anyone has free time today, Google OPEC, go onto news, start reading about it. Get your, just read the headlines. You don't even have to read the main stuff. I'll show you how very quickly you can skip through news data and actually figure out what's going on with the markets. So Tuesday, OPEC, big deal. The ISM, this is directly for the USD. The ISM manufacturing index comes out on Tuesday, and this is going to be an important one. But there is a lot of other data coming out. For example, I'll give you another one. Monday, most people don't know this either, but Monday at 9:55 GMT UK time, we have German data coming out. So the German market PMI, it's the final one for the previous year. We do have some news from Norway, which is open, and some stuff from like Switzerland and stuff. They're still open. Spain's open. So Singapore is open as well. So you will see some activity in the market, but I don't know how big of a deal it will be. But here's the big stuff that's happening on Tuesday that I didn't dot down everything, and I'll tell you guys. Kicking off Tuesday, early in the morning, 1:30 a.m. UK time, you have Japanese market PMI. You have Chinese manufacturing PMI at 2:45 a.m. Starting from early in the morning, we have OPEC meeting. It's tentative, so we don't know exactly when it's going to come out. Moving on, 8 a.m., German retail sales, yearly and monthly. French CPI at 8:45. 9:55, German unemployment rate and change, 9:55. 10:30 a.m., UK market, it's with a K, market, manufacturing PMI, the final one for 2021, big stuff. So Tuesday, already big day. Bank of England credit, consumer credit summary. Canadian PMI, PPI, inflation-based, by the way. So anything inflation-based is important. Canadian, this is all Tuesday. 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. UK time, the US manufacturing, ISM manufacturing PMI could be a big mover, followed by this thing here. the US JOLTS opening. Now, why am I listing this? It's not listed as a major event, but most of this economic calendars don't really focus on market themes as much. Why is jobs important? If anybody remembers what happened with the FOMC meeting that happened last month, there was a lot of emphasis on jobs. So unemployment, if you guys don't know this, unemployment is the flip side of inflation to the Federal Reserve. So a strong report would give more room to the Federal Reserve to proceed with rate hikes. If rate hikes start happening, the US dollar becomes favorable for investors, global, both banks, governments, and hedge funds, and so forth. Hence why the dollar could start gaining. I already explained this. Why is the CAD strong? Why is the GBP strong? They're both strong. The pound is strong because the UK raised its rates, while the Bank of Canada, we'll talk about that a little bit soon, and we'll go over charts at the end of this session. Bank of Canada has become extremely hawkish. For those of you that don't know what hawkish means, it means that they're very bullish. If you don't know what bullish means, it means that they're very, positive. So it's good for the currency. So I'm not going to go over in detail what else is happening on the other days, but I'll just give you a small summary of the most important ones. Again, on Wednesday, we have German data. This time, the market services final PMI and the composite PMI. PMI is data that is inflation-based. So whenever you see CPI, PMI, PPI, all of those data events are directed at inflation. Also the HICP, that one too. So we start off 9:55 in the morning, Wednesday already here, very big day. We get inflation data out of the US, out of Europe. We get US ADP data. This is in employment based. We get crude oil inventories, and we have the FOMC minutes. So dot this down on your calendars. Wednesday, 7 p.m. UK time, FOMC minutes, major stuff. Towards the end of the day, at around 10 p.m. UK time, we have Australian services PMI, the final one. Impact there on the Australian dollar and the AUS 200. This day here is another big one because we get more Chinese data. Chinese data is just as important as the US data these days. So we get market, so basically PMI data and industrial orders, the monthly ones from China and from Germany coming out early in the morning, Japanese PMI. I mean, it's a huge week, guys. You can just open any calendar and you'll see you got Canadian trade balances, US unemployment claims. I mean, it's crazy. Plus, we get the mother of all events, which is back in the headlights, highlights as well. And that's the US non-farm payrolls. In between OPEC and NFP, there's a million and one things coming out from all over the world, from Japan to Switzerland to Germany, everywhere. Big stuff, big week, and an excellent opportunity to profit. The markets will be moving based on expectations, so rumors. They're going to be moving based on actual results. So the news and everything else should be pretty interesting to trade. Very excited about that. Highly advised that everyone just sits down and kind of prepares and understands when each event is coming out for them on their local time. One of the good economic calendars I use is investing.com, but I have a paid one too that is a couple of seconds early. Moving on. So I want to talk about personal development a little bit. Personal development is the core factor of success in trading because mindset is the epitome of actual profitability in this business. I'm going to go over 3 basic tips, all 3 that I am doing myself and that I did last year too, which have helped me secure and make 2021 a very successful year for myself. But not only in that sense, but it also made me a happier person towards the end of the year. Anyway, what I would advise you guys to do, and really Monday is going to be dead for those of you that have time. I'm sure everyone can find half an hour. Open up your trading history, click summary, check your biggest losers, check your biggest winners, only focus on those, see what you did right, see what you did wrong, see where you can improve. So Review as well the goals you missed. Maybe some of you wanted to stop smoking, for example, or maybe some of you said that this is the year that you go full-time into trading, but hey, you're not there yet. Why? Analyze the why. Find out why you didn't have the motivation, why you procrastinated, why this, why that. So analyze your bad habits. Check what held you back from success. Find your biggest mistakes, the things that if you could remove from your trading would make you instantly successful. For example, that could be for somebody over trading, early entries, FOMO. There's a lot of things I could list here, but it's up to you. You are your, let me put it to you like this. There's a saying that I used to have at my trading station when I started trading and I was blowing up my accounts like crazy and losing money left, right, and center. That was, I am the problem, I am the solution. I had a guy message me on our website earlier today, a gentleman from Dubai, and he told me the following. Let me just find it. Here it is. Give me a sec. So here it is. He says, I want to punch the market at least once in the face, but by learning and knowing the tactics this time, the market has screwed me. Please let me know how. I guess, please let me know how he can screw the market. And I told him that you need to change the mindset there. It is not the market, it is yourself that screwed yourself, because we decide where we enter, where we exit, and everything else in between. The market will do what it always does, move forward, and that's it. So we need to change as well. This is a major thing for this year when you guys are planning yourselves and trying to achieve something for yourselves. Focus on yourself. Like I said here, yes, have goals, have ambitions, know at least where roughly you want to go, but also know the biggest things that are holding you back. There are things that are holding you back. I had another friend of mine who is in our community here. I'm not going to mention the name. He's not even on the live, I think. No, he's not. I know that he's in a bar drinking. So he calls me up and he tells me, I want to quit my job. I'm going to deposit money. I just went to the bank. I added money on the ATM. I'm going to deposit tomorrow. I'm going to deposit tonight and start trading tomorrow. And I'm like, dude, you don't even know what's going on. The market's like, you want to start trading tomorrow? He's like, yeah, I'm going to trade tomorrow. I'm like, and what's tomorrow? He's like, Monday. Are the markets open? Yeah. And I'm like, dude, like you haven't even analyzed what's happening and you already want to risk your money. You know, you already lost money once. You're going to lose it again. You know, and then you're creating what? You're creating a bad habit. Okay? Because he's putting so much emphasis and hope and motivation that he's going to make it because he hates his job and he wants to, you know, trade full time. Don't we all? Everybody wants to just chill at home, you know, drink beer or cocktails wherever and, you know, do whatever they want to do with their lives and, you know, sit down on the charts, trade for 10 minutes and make $1 million. Don't we all want to do that? But there is things that have to occur before you even get there. So let's talk about goals for a little bit more. Set yourself goals, but I wouldn't set any kind of goals of, I want to make $1 million, I want to make 100 grand, I want to make 50 grand, you know. First, the main goal should be, I want to become fully disciplined towards following a complete system. That should be a goal, because just by doing this, you are going to earn. You are going to earn. It was coming to the end of the year. I will share my P&L for the year. I'll do that either tonight or tomorrow, and I'll show you guys my overall P&L for the year. But I'll also try and scoop back to one of my old laptops and find all my other old statistics for you guys to see that, you know, you don't just fall on to 100 grand. You don't just fall on to 500 grand. You work your way there. It takes a lot of hard work, takes a lot of resilience, because there are going to be mistakes. You know, the market's sometimes hot. Every trade you open is perfect. Then the market pops into a range. The point being of my education is to get you guys to be able to adapt in an instant, right there and then, to understand that, okay, the market's slowing down. Let me adapt to this market. We'll talk a lot about trading today, and we'll go over a lot of things. So I'm not going to talk too much about this. So I'll make you guys a video later. What I would advise everyone to do is sit down, review your trading year. The goals that you've missed, the goals that you've hit, what you could have done to hit those goals that you missed, and what did you do to hit the goals that you actually hit. Find, and this is very important, find your biggest mistakes that are holding you back in trading. I invite you. In fact, I'll turn on my camera for a second. Can you guys see me? I beg you to send me your problems, that you're facing in your trading right now, the group is small and manageable for me now. It's totally easy for me to help all of you. You need to actually send me what's holding you back. Over trading, but give me an example. Don't just say, oh, like this guy here that sent me the message. The market punched me in the face. What do you mean? Like, explain to me. You went all in into a trade and the market went 2 ticks against you and you're fucked, you know? Excuse me for my language. Anyway, so I'm going to switch my camera so I can lay down. Yeah, send me the biggest things that are holding you back. The mistakes that if you could remove from your trading would make a world of difference. Focus on checking your bad habits. For example, procrastination is a major habit in the markets. What do I mean by this? I mean not doing your work. The thing that I hate the most is seeing people to come, sit down on their charts and don't spend a second or a minute even on checking what the hell is going on. They don't know what news is coming out today. They don't know what the market is in, ranging, trending. What is the market doing? This system is very easy to trade, but it's also very easy for you to get lost with it and think that you're in a much hot streak, you know, and you make 20 grand in a minute and then boom, it's all gone and everything else. It can happen because trading is fully mental. Anyway, next. Form goals for this week, for this month, for this year. I already done this. I actually prepared my month. I'm going to prepare the year. I prepared the week. Now that I'm done with the week, I can prepare the month. When I prepare the month, I can prepare the year. You get it? So if I say to myself, let's talk in monetary stuff like money. If I say to myself, I want to make 100 grand this week, that means that if I actually am able to do that, what can I do in a month? Can do probably what, 400 or 500 grand, right? If I can do that, then in a year I can do X, you know? So try to base your goals, open them up as a sideways pyramid like this. So look, so this is January, this is December. Your goals should look like this. Okay? And how should your work ethic look? So what you guys can see this, I think, snipping tool. I'm sharing the whole screen. You probably can. So if this is January and this is week 1 and this is the last week of the year, my goals should be like this because I should be developing and evolving and growing throughout the year. Not the other way around. So I can start structured and organized and get my way there. But how should my work ethic be? Now, this is really important. And this is what I used to teach people when I was working in brokerages in Cyprus. If this is your year, or basically, let's call this a month. If this is your month, this is day 1, and this is the last day of the month. Your work ethic shouldn't start here and end here. If this is 0, doing nothing, and this is overworking like crazy, you should start from 100 and gradually go down to 0. Meaning, in the first week, work real hard. In the second week, work pretty hard. In the third week, moderation. Fourth week, chill. Because everything you do here is you're gonna reap the rewards over here. Instead of, oh shit, I didn't follow the system, I'll follow it next week. Do everything you can in your power here to follow the system, to work hard, to work on your charts, to add that extra minute, Tomorrow, I'm usually really tired. Most people are tired on a Friday or a Wednesday or a Thursday. I'm dead tired on a Monday because I work my ass off on Sunday. Thankfully, the markets are more or less closed, so I'll probably have some time to rest, but I work here and I do everything I can here to make sure that that first week, that first day, that first step is my very best. Anyway, so prepare to ace January, make yourself accountable for these goals, prepare where you want to be going in 2022. Keep in mind that, time's flying by, man. Like I'm 32, I'm going to be 33 this year. I can't believe it. If I look back, it feels like it's been 3 years ago, I was 24, time's really flying by. And people who are older than me here can definitely agree on that. So the way to make time go slower is to really enjoy what you do, to work hard, to be organized and productive, no procrastination, because that shit makes your time fly by real quick. Finally, take massive action. Get active because only you can achieve your goals. We're done with this. Let's move on. System tips. We're going to go over 3 very important tips. And I'm going to kick off with ATR rejections. I've designed my my C trader this way, 100 tick chart here. This is my execution chart. I've got an hour chart here that scrolls between 30 minutes and 1 day for different reasons. And I got my 5-minute chart here, and this one just stays on 5, specifically because I want to focus on this bad boy here. Just give me a second. This VWAP B2 here. So I want to talk to you about ATR rejections. So let's talk about them for a second. Let's open a new chart. Let's detach it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's delete everything and let's focus on ATR rejections. Okay, now let's make them white. This is our ATR indicator. We are looking at the 1-hour chart, but we're going to go down to the 30-minute just so we can see things a little bit better. We can agree on one thing here, that we are in a range on Euro USD on the 30-minute, right? I want to show you how a breakout would work in this sense and what you need to focus on. Using the ATR rejections, you can find yourself pretty important and decent moves in the market. For example, let's start with this major move here. First of all, the most recent level of the ATR is your most important one. In this case here, let's zoom in. This level over here of the ATR, you see the spike? Price action came to it. As soon as it broke, we had a move towards the downside. Anyone trading with our system would know that 40 points, 100 ticks, beautiful. One lot position here is 400 euros. Of course, you're not going to, it's fireworks right outside my building. Then you have another rejection level over here. Okay, you can see that price action is reusing that rejection in the future here and moving towards the downside. Here, look how I'm going to literally play the market. Here we have a top. Price action can't seem to break that top. You drag it to the side. Here you have a support. Price action is holding that support. Support, 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 support. You don't even have to draw it now. You just see the sticks and you know that these are either profit areas where if you're shorting from this angle and price comes close to that level or at that level, you should be taking your profit as number one. And if it breaks out, you can always re-enter at the next push of the DC or of anything else. Here we have a fake out. Price action pushes towards the next level. Look at this. The most recent level is the top. What do you guys see here? Don't you see this? Rejection, 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 breakdown, rejection, push down. Where are we pushing to? The next ATR level. Right here. Price action shoots below it, reuses it, tries to, rejection, rejection, eventually we pop back inside. Now, the most recent one is the most important one. So if you were determining what are you going to do here, you don't know whether you should be buying or selling. Sure, there was a big move towards the downside. What do? You do this. You map this top out. You map the bottom out, and you say, whichever one breaks, I'm going to go with it. Price action eventually rejects that level, pushes a little bit down, fully up. Again, looks like a small move, but it's not. It's 28 points. 28 points is perfect. We're not scalpers, but it's good. Why not? So I'll show you a little bit more about ATR rejections. So here you have a top, you got another top up here. I'm grabbing those two, boom. Look at that, price action hitting that level. That bearish cross right here on the 100 tick is your sell. It's literally your sell, no thinking. So I'm gonna talk to you soon about A+ setups as well. One of them, the third one we're gonna talk about. No, the second one we're gonna talk about. So that's 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. 1.2 is connecting this, so this ATR level to the 100 tick chart. And there's your short. Now, you don't have to just focus on these levels, but anyway, you can. So down here, this is we know we're in a range. You know, we had the bearish move and we popped into a range. And there's the bottom of the range, that ATR level. Price action comes there, one in, one out, one in, boom. Cool. We continue, and all you're doing is grabbing the next ATR level because they don't paint. They're in the past. So for you to come here, you already have this one. And there you go, rejection, right? So you have the rejection, then another one is formed over here, correct? Price action eventually breaks out. We use that level as a support and we move up. Now look at this breakout. We are fully bearish. The ATR is bearish. If the ATR is on top of price, that is a bearish call based on our system. Here, you have a level, and down here, you have a level. Correct? You want to grab them both. Boom, turn to the side. Rejection, this candle closes here. Rejection, push back up. The ATR never crosses, never turns bullish. It's still above price. Continuing, we slowly but surely break out. And when we do breakout out of a major support, let's see what happens. This is a major support. We reuse that support. You see that? We tap it here. We go back up into this range. Definitely get a new cross within this candle. And then it's all bears. Retest of that area, all bears. No ATR. This is where you make your 50, 30, 40, 20,000. This is where you make your biggest profits. The ATR level breaks, you smack, you go like crazy into it, but not breaking your risk management rules. But even those rules are meant to be broken sometimes. So if you have a valid confirmation, in this case, what do you have? Euro USD is bearish. Let's talk about that for a second. Because the best type of trade that you're going to ever have is when the system meets fundamentals. When our system meets fundamentals, it always will, but because our system is a proactive system, it goes with price. But what happens is when you have a breakout, that's what I'm trying to talk about. You have a major breakout here, for example. This is a big move, by the way. So from this breakout to its next crossover, that was 91 points. Then again, you form this little range. I'll talk about the best types of trades later. I'll just finish with Euro USD. Top is formed. Another top is formed over here. Well, price is here. We already have this top because it was made here. So this top and this top are your resistances. Rejection, rejection, ATR turns bearish. Bearish cross. And what happens? The market starts moving down again, right? We never turn bullish. We never turn bullish. So wherever you got in here, even let's say you're trying to trade the breakout, here's your breakout. Okay, there's your breakout. You also have this spike here, which you can also map just for the sake of, having it in there. You see a little bit of traction, a little bit of fighting, and as soon as that fighting gives up, as soon as the imbalance of bulls and bears goes away, boom, the market comes tumbling down. The market goes down, 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 down. Eventually here, we pop into a new range. What is formed? The first thing that is formed is the support and resistance levels. There's our resistance. There's our support. So pay attention. The market breaks above, correct? The last thing you need to know, aside from indicators, is to talk price action. We're forming lower highs. This is the previous pullback. This is the previous high. We are forming a lower high. So we need to confirm this reversal of bulls by breaking this. If we can't, we can't, and we couldn't. What happens? We tumble back inside the range so strongly that in fact we break the support, but we couldn't hold on to the bears. One out, one in, push back up. Where do we come back? Keeping in mind that this ATR levels were formed from these candles here, not from these candles. We come back up to the previous range of the ATR, or at least close to it. The market again does what it's doing. Here we have a resistance. You're taking both spikes. You have a push, attempt, pullback, push. Look at the break. As soon as it breaks, look how big that candle is. And then you have a bullish, bullish play. Here, you have a bit of a whipsaw of a market. You still want to be grabbing these levels like here. You guys can clearly see price used this, retested. I would have definitely tried to short this, but actually I wouldn't, because if we pay attention to the time down here, it's 2 a.m. This retest here. So I wouldn't be awake. So clearly wouldn't be trading this, wouldn't be awake for that, but I would be awake for this. And in this case, the market does attempt to break out to this levels here, and it does, it moves, but in a range bound movement. So top move was about 22 pips from that level. Again, let's continue with the ATR levels. We have a resistance, right? Market comes, we have a support. It's these spikes and that spike. Price actions holding that level. We have a resistance. In this angle, we have already broken this level. We're using it as a retest here. We're breaking this level and we move upwards. Let's talk a little bit more about the next ranges. We come more closer to the front. The same thing applies. Major spike here. We hold that, we break, we retest, we turn bullish. Go back up to the next range. We break out of that, we push up. So if I remove this and we focus on this, oh no, fuck, no. How do I fix this now? 1 sec. Let me try. Ah, shit. Okay, I fixed it. So this seems like a lot here. Looks like a crazy octopus, but when you come down to the shorter time frames, it actually makes plenty of sense. 1 sec. So you could actually add your ATR here. I have it here as well. I just removed it just so I can show you guys what's up. But let's talk about the best types of trades for just a minute. I've added 3 best types of trades, purely technical for now. Number 1 is when you're, let's go on gold because that moved recently so I can show you. When for example, this 5-minute chart, the VWAP is below price and you start getting confirmations for longs, such as here, price action is below. Sorry, the VWAP is below, you're above the daily VWAP, you get a cross, those crosses should be bought. But again, let's pay attention to the VWAP. It's given us a resistance area here. It's also given us a support area here. The ATR, sorry. The ATR never gave us a support. It remained bearish until here. Gave us one here and the other one up here. Here and here, here and here, right? And that's what we're using for, forming higher lows. Eventually here we have another cross. We had one here and we had one here after we turned bullish, because this is the first time we turned bullish. There's your first cross, but it's not healthy because the ATR is popping below. This one is the first valid cross, second valid cross, and you have a breakout. That breakout is not bad, it's decent. Keeping in mind that you need to adapt to these markets. You need to understand that sometimes the market's not going to be as healthy as you want it to be, meaning it's going to break out and it's going to make its pullback. And that's exactly what this market did. It made a pullback. So you can use the ATR as your levels of support as well. Like here, look, that ATR level here, 1 out, 1 in. That 1 out, 1 in, boom, Q, go, buy. Get it? So here you can do an early entry, meaning after that form of rejection, as soon as both of the DCs broke, this here, look, that's your fake out. You're still bullish. You made a breakout. Here, you're fully bullish. This candle here, you see this? You could do an early execution here, which I highly don't recommend. I recommend an early execution only when the VWAP B2 breaks and this crosses below. You don't have to wait for the cross, but as long as price is above both DCs, above this, and this is below price, ATR is below price, VWAP B2 below price, DC is below price, this is below price, and you have a major setup such as this one, where you had a accumulation at the VWAP, and then you had a fake out of the ATR, then I'm okay. But otherwise, no, big no. So yeah, I guess we're done with that. Let's go over multiple time frame analysis. Questions before I continue, ATR rejections.
Dennis, quickly.
Yes.
It's the setting is 4 on the ATR, except on the 100 tick, it's 2.5, right?
I will send you all of the settings as soon as I'm done with this. I'm going to send everyone the settings. Yeah, I was preparing them well.
Okay.
I was updating the system a little bit more. So yeah, I'll send everything out. Any other questions?
No, that was my problem as well. The exact same settings as yours.
No problem. I'll send everything out.
Thanks, Dennis.
You're welcome. Okay, so next, if no questions, multiple time frame analysis. The reason I'm using free charts is simple. I want to connect as much factors as I can to this chart here my execution chart. My 100 tick is my execution chart. I want to make my trading as effortless as possible, as simple as possible. So let's go to GBP USD, for example. GBP USD, very interesting chart. So if we focus on the overalls of this market, I know this here might seem like a lot, but you get used to it with time. I'm removing some things, as you guys can see, like I removed some things here. I'm gonna try and remove some things here too before I, give you guys more info. But for example, here, this was a very good, I took this trade on Friday. You guys can check in the chat, scroll up. Here, and I go over this in a video, this actual trade. So here, like, look at this, and this is really important. What time is this? Let's dot in the time everywhere. So that's there, and that's there. Okay, so it's the same time on all charts. Let's just remove this here. That's this candle over here. Okay, and if we pay attention to the latest one, we have a support, right? ATR, support, weekly VWAP. We have those two. Over here, we shift up 10 minutes after this move. We go above there, 10 minutes after. So that's right here. See that? Right at the breakout. I copy pasted it. Control C, Control V. There. So we go above the 5-minute VWAP V2 right at this breakout. Furthermore, we actually have a higher low. We also have a price action higher low. But we also have an ATR support. This trade, I didn't, believe me, I didn't go too long. But when I entered, look, that's 20 points right there, till there. I came out right at the daily VWAP. Silly of me, because we're holding above this, and we clearly made a drastic move towards the upside. From that support to the peak side, that was 75 points. I went big. It was an A+ setup. I went big. What helped me to execute this trade? Multiple time frame analysis. I had a factor here, and a factor here. I connected 3 things to one chart, this chart, and it just made sense. And I took it. Moving on. The 1 week, 1 month VWAP. Why did I want to go over there? Yes, I remember. Very good. Thank goodness I remember. No, this thing is gonna mess me up again. Anyway, 1 hour. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about these blue lines. These blue lines. There should be pink ones too. 1 sec. Okay. Pay attention to the pink ones. The pink ones are the monthly ones. The blue ones are the weekly ones. So I want to talk to you about this a little bit. I want to talk to you about this a teeny weeny bit. So look at the pink line over here. This is a 1 hour chart. There's a hit, there's a push, right? These levels are really important. Look at the resistances here. Look at the previous one here. Price comes right to it and comes down. The same thing continues to happen. Mark, I'm going to mute you. Okay. Resistances, almost support, breakout, resistance, fake out. A big battle going on here, but we're below the weekly VWAP, so it turns bearish. We're also below this blue one. You can see price hitting it here. I want to see emphasis on this. I want to see a lot of emphasis on this. Here's the pink one. We're fully bearish. Here's the resistance. I want to show you. right there, tap. Right there, breakout, right there, support, right there, pink resistance, right there, pink support, right there, pink support, right there, resistance, resistance, fake out, resistance. I mean, I can switch this off so you guys can see the candles better if you want, but this is literally hitting. Like there it is. Look at the candle. Tap down. Where? To the pink one. Breakout. What? Support. Support. Breakout. Crash. Breakout. Crash. You see that? These levels are really important. Look at this one here. We're holding the resistance. Here we broke above a little bit, and that was a Friday. Check this out. Look at the date at the bottom. I can see the gap. I know it's a Friday. Oh no, it's the same day. There was a gap. What? Anyway, there wasn't a gap. Sorry, there's these green candles. So we break below, fake out, and boom. Where do we go? Down. Now look at this again. Look at the pink level here. Rejection, down. These levels are your control of major monthly and weekly supply and demand. Look at this here. We come, we go down. How many pips do we go down? From this angle here till there, that's 76 points. Not bad. Not bad at all, because I can open like 20 trades in here on the ticks. Again, we break above, but what are we rejecting? Look at the purple, the pink, sorry. No, not the pink, the orange. The orange is our weekly VWAP. Holding, right? Then here, look, we tap this level here and we go down. New one here, rejection, rejection, we go. You see this? Look at this new one. Forms here, rejection, rejection. Rejection, rejection. New one over here. Resistance, breakout, support, push, couldn't, back down. Now here, this one, you guys can see it. Holding this area, higher low, breakout. What is this? This is a bullish breakout pattern. Higher lows leading to a resistance. There's the pink one again. We're trying to hold. Eventually we go above. And what? If you guys knew that level, we used it recently to make a major move up. So we zoom out a little bit and we check. The next one is here. You guys follow?
Dennis, so you have the bands 2 times, with one only the weekly or monthly? Do you have the pink one or?
Yes, one is the weekly and the other one is just with the pink levels.
That is a monthly, right?
Monthly, but I will send this out. Like I told Peter,
Okay.
I'll send this out. This will be released. Any questions regarding that, aside from the questions about the settings, because I'm going to share them.
No, good. Thanks, Dennis.
Okay, cool. Let's move on.
I have a question. So,
Yes.
how do you apply the value on the bands, the middle one, the RSI value? Do you?
No. Leave it. You don't touch that. You don't touch
Ignore
that.
it.
You don't touch it. You leave it as is.
I mean, which way do you apply it, or do you ignore that value? Do you understand what I mean?
I sedate the RSI value. Well, for the
Yeah.
analysis factor, yes, I ignore it because it doesn't matter for analysis. But in the actual live market, you could use it. But if
Okay.
it's not that mandatory. I haven't really used it much. No more questions. Charting time. Charting time. But I want somebody else to do the charting. I want somebody else, a volunteer, to go. I'm going to give them the access rights and they're going to go over the charts and I'm going to tell them which assets to go over. Who wants to do it? Mark, you want to do it?
Not
Yes.
sure.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I have to. I'm
No,
running
you don't. Yeah, you got a business meeting.
No. I'm 2 times in the how do you call
Anyway,
it? In the Zoom.
That's fine. I made you a host. Who's the one you're talking from? I want you.
Yeah. Okay.
I want you to share your screen, please. Go into Trading View. Go into single chart mode.
Okay. 1 sec. How do I even do this? Sec. Share screen. Oh, you have to warn. You made.
I made you the host.
Yeah. Which one?
Should I make you another one?
Yeah. I think yes, but I now because I'm the host, I have to do that, right?
So yeah, make your other self the host.
Oh wait, I have to do that on the iPad. Okay then.
Just 3 charts, Mark. WTI.
Okay, what do I need to do?
WTI.
First,
Switch off your
let's
DC,
see.
switch off your volume, switch off your EMA. Clean up your chart fully, yeah, everything. Everything off. Okay. Just pure price action. Go to WTI, please.
WTI.
Prepare this week. Tell us what do you see?
The
Give us-
week.
No. Want to stick to the 1 hour? Or
Okay.
go 4 hours is okay. Okay. Tell me what's up.
Okay. I notice. Wait, I need to turn off the magnets.
Yeah.
So what I already noticed is there is an important level here
Yeah.
from the first one. What else? I could.
Do you have any
this
resistance you
one.
can find?
Yeah, this is resistance support, and this one, the current one.
No,
is
these are all
support
supports because they're below price. Can you find the resistance towards the left anywhere?
on the left. Well, this could be interesting.
It's
But
the
it's,
same level.
yeah, with support. Yeah, okay.
Go further to the left.
resist-
Go further. Yeah, there you go. Look at that beautiful spike right there.
You mean a support, right? Or resist?
No. You need resistances. You got the support already. If price stumbles there, you got that. I want you to think of a scenario. If this, then this. If that, then that. Don't be predictive, but just think to yourself. If that support doesn't hold, where could price go? If that stop there. So remove the support all the way at the bottom at 77. No, remove it.
Yeah, 1 sec. Okay, which one? This one.
Yeah. Okay, you have 2 scenarios in this play. You have a resistance at the top at 80. You got a support at about 73, 500. That area, those 2 areas are your plays.
Mhm.
There is a major week coming up for oil. I doubt it's going to stop trending even after this OPEC meeting. It should become even more erratic and wild. But think to yourself, if it comes to 80 and it breaks that, where could it go next? Because if that breaks, there should be higher momentum, right? There you go. That's
Yeah.
the line. Okay. So if that support breaks, where could it go? Because that means if you look at this current chart, it means it's forming a lower high. If this support breaks, that means this market has formed a lower high and this is a bearish trend. Where are you going now?
If this one breaks.
Yeah, because that means you're forming a lower high. Look. Let me
Yeah, I
allow me
get
to
it.
draw.
Okay.
Look. This is a top. This is a bottom. This doesn't have to be a bullish trend. This could be a lower high in an already bearish trend, meaning it could come down, right? So if this breaks, where are we going?
It could be at first this one, but this low is important, I think, and else the next one is this one.
The overall low. Is there anything you think that maybe that OPEC could say that could trigger a bullish move? What do you think they could say that could trigger a bullish move in the market?
More production.
Do you think they would?
Uh,
Do you think that they would say that they would produce more oil?
no, not the oil, but the industry that more goods are produced.
So
Mm.
one of the things would be we're not going to limit production.
Yes, yes. If that would be the case, then you need more oil to produce things, and that would be that would be good for the oil price, right? So it should be the other way around because there's some more demand when there would be. If they wouldn't limit the production, then there's more. They're asking more oil.
Have you read anything about oil recently, or
Yes, but I still have to
you know what happened at the previous meeting? I'll tell you what
previous
happened.
meeting.
Yeah, the
Okay.
previous oil meeting, they basically reframed their decisions to increase oil production in 2022. So what they said is that they expect a low impact from Omicron on oil demand. They don't expect Omicron to have a big impact on oil demand. So that actually started pushing price up, even though they said that we're not going to be producing, we are going to be increasing production. So we're going to, increase supply, even though there is demand, but price still started going up. So the expectations now, you need to know that oil also finished the year up like 50% in price. Even though it had a horrible year last year, it's a very big performing year. So basically on the outlook right now is production and the year ahead. So this is an important meeting. This is why I say prepare those two levels, have levels intact and think what could happen. And now when you're looking at this daily chart, that starts to look decent because you have key rejection levels already that are formed. We are coming on to Tuesday with a major level. If this breaks, then it's upside. If this holds, then chances of downside increase. Let's do one more chart and we're done. We're going to go to questions and answers. Let's do US 30. Start from the daily.
Well, this one is already broken, unless you could say there's a full breakout. Because it's one candle in, one candle out.
Could be.
We will see what will happen. Could be. But the
So
other
we
ones
already have one bearish sign here already.
Yeah. I think already I can go down because it will take a week before we get there, at least. So I think it's not interesting to look at.
Yeah.
The other one.
You want to grab this area here? Not.
The first one, I think.
This,
so
there you go.
Like this.
Yeah. So that's a demand area. Why is this a demand area? I'll show you guys so everyone can see. So we came from this angle and we were attracted to this level. This is where we stopped. We stopped here. The bears stopped here, meaning somebody was buying. We tried to push back up. We had a rejection here, we pushed back down. So another demand area could be this box over here. Not necessarily this crash here, but this one here. Why? Because here, this is where we actually started to go up, not down here. We came till here as a correction. Here, and we were attracted where? We stepped above, and we were attracted to this zone again and again and again in numerous times. So this why this is important. While here, you can see this box here could be attracted to this level. So here, that's how we formed this higher low. The stagnation here tells us that there was a buildup. A buildup, this candle doesn't mean that there is a lot of bulls. It just means that there is less bears, if you guys know what I mean. So I'll explain to you better like this. The markets move with supply and demand, not with huge, aggressive, crazy buying. We have bears. The bears came out here and the bulls just took over. The bulls and bears are always there. Here, it's not just bears, it's also bulls, but there's just less of them. And here, there was less bears. They came out. They said, okay, I'm done with selling. I made my money. So the bulls took over. Eventually, the bulls tried to break these levels. They couldn't, which lines up with, I guess, something down here as a supply. As you guys can see, eventually we break these levels and we turn around. And then the same thing. So this is your next level. This is a level. And this whole area here, let's say here, could be that level. You just gotta think, like, you don't want to be predictive, but you want to be prepared. You know, that's what I mean by this. Like, you want to be prepared. You want to know that the Dow Jones is sitting at a crucial level, because having that kind of information at your hands and not having it is the difference between going crazy on the shorts if a specific level breaks, and maybe even increasing your size and not making 500 euros, pounds, or dollars, but actually making 5,000 or 10, because you can. If I can take 23 euros to 3,000, 2,000 in what, a couple of days, 2 days, we you know, it's possible to earn 5 grand for every one of you. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Give me the hose back, Mark.
Yes, I will.
Oh, we can do side
No.
by side. Oh,
I'm just kidding. And then, okay. No, wait.
we've been at it for an hour. I think I shared enough information. Do you guys have questions?
I do have some questions. Hey, everyone.
Hey, there he is.
I do have some questions. I was actually watching the crash course yesterday and pretty exciting. I mean, the way the new indicators and the new system looks is pretty amazing. I have a few questions. I'm not going to bore you with, newbie questions. I'll send you a message separately, Dennis.
Okay. Okay. You don't have a question right now?
No, it was more regarding the indicators.
Okay, because in the crash course it's a little different. I'm gonna actually make a video. You can send me your questions.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna make a video in that section down here, and I'm gonna explain the full setup of the indicators fully, so people can understand everything new. So I'll go over my setup in complete detail.
Cool. Makes sense. Cheers for that.
No problem. Cool. If you guys don't have any other questions, I shall let you guys go. Thank you for your time on this Sunday. Highly advise that you guys follow what I told you. Set some goals for yourselves. Tell yourself, you want to be at 100 grand, at 500. Everything's possible. The first thing is that you believe that you can achieve your goals, right? That's number one. I have a very big goal this year, and I know I'm going to achieve it. I know, there's no question about it. Like, there's nothing that can stop me. I will achieve it, because I'm going to be the hardest working person in this community. I will work my ass off. And I don't mean that in any offense in any way. I'm just saying, my own competition is me, and I'm working on that. Like, I got to outwork whatever I think is normal. I'm going to outwork it, because life, and I'll tell you guys this, the opportunities don't come, knocking on your door every day. They don't. They come for a limited period of time. In fact, they just come, they do this, and they fuck off. They just leave. They don't even try to stay. So you got to be quick. So when opportunities are coming at your door, you really have to, sit down there and just work your ass off. I'll tell you another one. Many of you probably know this, but I'll put it to you like this. No one is coming to help you guys. No one. No God, no alien, no lottery ticket, nothing. Nothing's coming. You already have everything you need to succeed. Everyone has everything they need to succeed. No one's going to help you. No one's going to come. And you probably know this one too, but no one's coming to your bedroom when you sleep at night, and no Santa Claus is going to pop out of the chimney and pay off your bills or buy your children or your wives or your husbands or your, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
sir.
Yes.
Okay, I thought I moved my mic. I thought it got disconnected. So essentially what I'm trying to put out here is that no one's going to help you guys achieve your goals. No one's going to make your lives better. No one's going to pay your bills. No one's going to put food on your table. No one's going to buy you the cars you want, because fucking hell, life is too short. It's too short to be little. And little is, I'm going to sit down, not going to do much. I'm going to, stay within that comfort zone. If any one of you wants to actually be making money, serious money from trading, and stop your day jobs, and I had a fantastic job. I was making a lot of money. Fuck the salary. I was making a big salary, but my commissions were massive. And I quit that for this because I know what this kind of work can give me. You all can get it. You all have it. The problem here is it's right in your grasp, but it's not there yet. You really have to work for it. And I'll tell you guys something as well. The hard work never stops. The problem here, another problem, the solution here is getting used to it. You create new levels in your life. So let's use a basic explanation. If you can't run 10 miles now, do you think you can in 6 months? You can, right?
No.
If you train, right? If you
Yes,
sit
I
down
can.
and you train and you train and you train, you can eventually run 100 miles. And then the 100 miles become ordinary. They're nothing extraordinary. For me, making 100 euros was wow. Now, if I make 5 grand, it's, it's okay. It's another day. But the first time I made 5 grand was, oh my God, that's extraordinary. You turn the extraordinary into ordinary with hard work, persistence, resilience. I came to 5. I'll tell you guys like this. The first time I made some good money, I gave it back the next day. I'm not kidding with you. I made 2 grand, something like this, 2,000 something. And I was the happiest person in the world. I felt like I invented fire, And the next day I lost it all. The next day I lost it all, everything. Not only the 2 grand, but the deposit too. And that really wakes you up. I mean, you can choose, wake me up or quit, I chose the wake up part. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for coming. I shall see you in the community in a bit.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're very welcome. See you guys. Guys, I'm going to make a video now, okay?
Cheers, man. Nice one.
Thanks very much, Dennis. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Very appreciate
Cheers,
your
Dennis.
guys' time
Thank you.
too. Bye.
See you in a
everyone.
bit. Bye.
Bye.